welcome to Pamnet TV Africa. Today we are at Upper Hill Medical Center to meet the one and only diabetic doc, Dr. Hilda Nabisia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Pamela.
Please say hello to our viewers, and
yes.
please give us just a little background of who you are.
Yeah.
Feel free to begin anywhere.
Well, thank you for this platform, first of all. I think you are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
My name is Dr. Hilda Nabisia. I am a physician and a diabetologist, and currently also pursuing my endocrinology fellowship. And I have been working as a doctor for the last 11 years and as a physician for the last 6 years. And yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. I have a passion about non-communicable diseases. When I was in medical school, there was a lot of HIV malaria, to the point where right now, as we speak, getting an AIDS patient, not HIV. HIV is well controlled on the street, but AIDS, you will hardly see it in the wards nowadays. People don't die from AIDS as much as they used to.
Yeah.
But the focus has now shifted to diabetes and hypertension and heart failure and kidney failure. Those are the things that are killing people. And so one of the questions you had asked me earlier was how I found myself doing what I do now, which is focusing on diabetes.
Yes.
And it's because I realized people were dying from diabetes and hypertension. And it's actually a disaster. The number of mortuaries right now, if you just go and do a random survey in the mortuary and find out what disease people die from, heart failure or heart disease, kidney failure, kidney disease, or strokes. Those are the majority, diabetes and hypertension. Of course, cancer is one of the other big ones, but when it comes to things that someone can do something about, I believe strongly that diabetes and hypertension are lifestyle diseases that someone can change the trajectory of their disease. And that is where I come in. Because after seeing so many people with complications, I asked myself, I can't just be that person who's trying to do damage control. I have to be at the forefront and tell people how they can avoid getting into that place in the first place and how they can make better choices in their life so that they can run away from the non-communicable diseases as much as they can anyway. Yeah.
What are some of the programs that you have and that you're running within your private practice to enable people to go through the wellness?
Yes. So one of them is weight loss. As we know, weight is one of the biggest factors when it comes to diabetes, hypertension, the lifestyle diseases. So I have a weight loss program, which I run with an exercise physiologist and a nutritionist. And I actually recently even got one of the insurances on board. Finally, they are listening, you know, because they've been paying bills so much. So UAP Old Mutual has come on board so that it can help their clients who are newly diagnosed to reverse and change their lifestyle and therefore reduce their risk of diabetes and hypertension. So weight loss is one of the biggest things that I'm doing together with diabetes remission. Diabetes remission is basically trying to reverse diabetes. So this can happen for those people who are newly diagnosed and the ones who are overweight. If we are able to lose the weight, then sometimes we are able to actually come out of the diabetes.
We have seen people doing all sorts of things to lose their weight.
Yeah.
What are some of the safe ways of losing weight? Because I mean, also we need also to maybe educate people on where to draw the line, because I see people going for tabs, others canini. So maybe now, because we are with the diabetic Dr. Hilda, please you may advise the viewers on what some of the safe ways that you are applying.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to talk to the viewer directly and tell them there is no quick fix. Weight loss takes work and energy. Many people think that you can just sit and lose weight and just be like, now I'll lose weight. You have to put in the effort. And sometimes, even when we do the programs I'm about to tell you, those interventions we do, we lose some clients because they don't change their lifestyle, even after getting these certain procedures that I'll discuss. So number one is get off that chair, start exercising 30 minutes per day, and eat less starch. So if you do that, then automatically the weight will actually just start going down. Then now comes the interventions. What are the safe interventions? One is medications. There are some approved medications that have been shown to be safe, and not all things that you see on the internet are safe. I usually get a lot of forwards, daktari, can I try this? And when I look at it, I even wonder, they just don't look you know, when I look online, I find that there's no studies that have been done. So if something doesn't have that much evidence behind it, I would keep off. But then there are some drugs, oral drugs, that have really been shown to work pretty well. Then there are also some injectable drugs that recently came into the market, like Ozempic, which I know everyone now, it's a craze in the world.
Yes.
Everyone is running for Ozempic.
Yes.
So we currently actually offer that in my clinic as well. And we've been able to see very, very big weight loss in the patients who are using that, but also a lifestyle change. Because I always tell them it's not just the drug. So for me, it's a prescription of lifestyle plus medicine. It's never medicine alone. It can be lifestyle alone, but it's never medicine alone. Yeah. Then now there's also the other procedures that can be done, like balloon placement. Balloon placement can be done where someone swallows a balloon, then it sits in the stomach for some time and keeps them full. So they tend to eat less. It stays in the stomach for 6 months and they lose the weight because they're not eating as much. But again, important to change lifestyle. So that after the balloon is out, someone doesn't go back to the old lifestyle. Because if they do, then they'll just gain the weight again. Then surgery, bariatric surgery is now one of the others that we recommend, especially for those people who are quite obese and they have diabetes, hypertension. For them, bariatric surgery works pretty well. Yeah.
Okay, so where can our viewers find you for such information or further consultation?
Yeah, well, thank you. So one is here at my clinic, Upper Hill Medical Center, room 4C. You're very welcome. Please book with me. My phone number is 0720-286-144, and you can book for an appointment there. Then you can also find me on my social media handles. That's Instagram and Twitter, Diabetes Doc _KE. And then Facebook, I'm Diabetes Doctor KE. And TikTok as well, Diabetes Doc KE.
Hey, TikTok.
Yes.
Everybody's on TikTok. That is good
TikTok.
to hear.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Hilda, tell us, growing up, how was your childhood like?
Now, I wish I had a woye story.
Yeah.
Mine is not woye. My dad is a doctor.
Yes.
So I used to see him, I used to admire him when he was going to work. And, you know, everyone was like, daktari. So I was like, it seems daktari is a good thing. So that's how I ended up doing medicine. It's my dad who inspired me. And then I also like biology. I really wanted to know, why are we the way we are? How come, like, why do we bleed red? Like, I had a lot of whys that were answered now by doing medicine.
Having been brought up by a doctor parent, what are some of the good parenting skills that you may have picked that you can share with our viewers?
Wow,
yes.
that's very interesting question.
Yes.
So first of all, my dad, let me just mention, his name is Dr. Nabiswa Alphonse. He's a psychiatrist. And he works at Aga Khan Hospital. For those who know him, maybe some of your viewers know him. He also has a clinic. But he is one of the most patient and kindest people I have ever known. Everyone who has worked with him says that. And I'm not even like blowing it, like that is just the truth about him. So he was so kind and patient with us. And from him, I learned how important it is to be kind and patient with your children. In my case, even with patients, because sometimes they don't do the right things and they get so scared of telling me that, doc, you know, I started eating badly again, or I've added weight. But being kind and patient is so important, because it makes someone know that I value you, even though you've done something wrong. It's okay. I still value you. You're still a person. We are all people. We make mistakes. You can still come back out of it. And that's what I learned from my dad. He taught me how to be kind to people and learn how to live with people despite, because everyone has their own, you know, nobody is perfect actually, but we need to learn how to live with each other in the midst of our imperfections. So that's one of the greatest lessons I learned from him.
You're now living your purpose.
Yes.
Tell us, what is the vision of this purpose? How far do you see yourself going? And do you plan to have what we would call CSR, or give back to the society?
Yeah.
What are some of the programs maybe you're doing right now, or you look forward to doing in the future? Yes.
Yeah, that's a very important point that you've raised, that I'm now living my purpose.
Yes.
But getting there wasn't easy, first of all. I actually had to do career coaching. For some time, I was lost. I didn't know what I was doing. And I knew that I needed to do something. I had something in me, but I just didn't know the direction that I needed to go. So it took a lot of career coaching for me to realize that this is where I need to be and this is how I will get there. So I would advise your listeners and anyone else who's listening out there, please find yourself. If you're not sure what your purpose is, find a career coach. If you can introspect, look within yourself and look at what your values are and what your gifts are, and then use them to find your purpose. But you've asked a very good question about whether I would want to give back. I already do in a way, but I want to do it better. I love talking to young girls in schools. So I love, just giving them the information that they can be whoever they want to be. And it doesn't matter the background that they are from, as long as they put the hard work and they remain focused. But I actually am more tuned towards now the lifestyle part of it. I think we need to preach the gospel of lifestyle diseases and people maintaining healthy lifestyles from a very early age, because obesity is on the rise. People still think that eating well means eating fries and eating, burgers and all that. And that's not the case. And we need to re-evaluate and talk to the youth so that they can start their healthy practices then, so that we don't have to deal with people in their 40s who already have the disease. If we are able to instill this earlier on. And so now that is one of the things I'm passionate about, and I hope that one day I can be able to preach the gospel of healthy living and healthy diet from an early age. Yeah.
Very interesting and very good ambition there. And the beauty is that you're already doing it. Now, we have a lot of young people outside here who have finished their education systems, call it 844 or whatever, the education system they got into.
Yeah.
And we are having this issue where we have people unemployed and feeling like employment is the only thing to do. What word do you have for such type of people in Africa?
Yeah. First of all, I believe Africans need to put more effort in making themselves the center of their life. I think we how do I put this? We had so many NGOs and so many Western, of course, colonization played a part, but I feel like through the years, many African people think that they need to be helped or someone needs to come to their aid. But the truth is the power lies within us. We have all this at our disposal. When you look at places like Israel, which is a desert, and it's exporting food, how are they doing this? It's because they believe in themselves. They're able to come up with these processes from within. So my challenge to us out there is, what can you do? Don't wait for someone to do something for you or help you, connect you with somebody. Do these things yourself. What can you do amongst yourselves? How can you uplift each other so that we can create a space where now, as empowered people, we can now use our giftings and use our networks to build a better Africa. Let's not always be waiting for the white savior.
Thank you. If you were to write your own autobiography, what would you call it?
Interesting. I would just call it Diabetes Doctor.
Diabetes Doctor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What is your parting shot to our viewers?
So my parting shot is actually a quote that I have right here on my book. And it says, if you're going to grow, you have to be intentional. So live an intentional life. Don't just be found accidentally doing things. Be very intentional with all the choices that you make in your life, and you will grow.
Be intentional.
Yes.
There you have it from Dr. Hilda Nabiswa. Thank you very much for watching and staying tuned. Please remember to subscribe at Pamnet Africa. Asanteni sana. Keep it locked and God bless you. Asante.
Bye.
Bye-bye.